video, I wanted to share iOS 10 running on the iPhone 5. Also talk about some of the features that are missing from iOS 10 on the iPhone 5, which by the way is the oldest iPhone on the list that supports the operating system, and also give you a quick look at the performance of iOS 10 and what are some of the things that you want to know about before you download it on your iPhone 5. What are some of the things that are missing in comparison to some of the newer devices? Let's go ahead and take a look. First, I want to talk about a new feature built into iOS 10, which is quickly becoming one of my favorites, and that is the ability to raise your device and the screen will light up. The device will awake so you can take a quick peek at what's happening. That is not available on the iPhone 5, so if you wake up your device or lift your device, it's not going to wake up the screen. You have to do it yourself. That feature is not available on the iPhone 5, unfortunately, but it is a very cool one. Now, when it comes to the lock screen, you get essentially all the features that you get on a newer device, you get on the iPhone 5. You get those awesome widgets, which, by the way, I thought Apple will not include on the iPhone 5, and they did, so I'm very happy that they did. You can edit those widgets on the bottom of the screen just like you can on a newer device, and if you swipe to the right, you also get the camera just like you can on a newer device. So no compromises in terms of the lock screen. And by the way, the slide to unlock is no more. Now you have to tap and enter your passcode to unlock your device. Same thing applies on newer devices as well. And when it comes to the control center, you can see here a noticeable difference with the new night shift option in the center of the newer device, absent on the iPhone 5. So you do not get night shift on the iPhone 5, but you do get the extra controls here when you swipe to the right for your music controls. The only option basically missing is night shift. Now, night shift was introduced with iOS 9.3 and it wasn't present on the iPhone 5 either. So iOS 10 keeps that same trend going with no night shift on the iPhone 5. Now, when it comes to the messages applications, I'm very happy to inform that Apple did not compromise whatsoever in terms of features for the iPhone 5 inside the messages application. Everything you get on a newer device, you get on the iPhone 5, including the sketches, the ability to draw, the ability to send hearts, the ability to add extensions, everything. Nothing was left behind, even including some of the new features with the emoji keyboard. So as you can get here, the emoji prediction keyboard is available on the iPhone 5 as well. And you can also tap on the emoji keyboard to highlight words that can be changed into emojis immediately. So Apple did not compromise on any feature whatsoever when it comes to the messages application on the iPhone 5. That's a total plus. Now, inside of the settings application, under the accessibilities feature, we have a new feature here on the newer device called display accommodations. Now, that option is not present here on the iPhone 5. This will help you enable some cool filters that allow you to see the screen in a different color. In case you have issues detecting color, this will help you see the screen better. Unfortunately, I don't know why that accessibility feature is not available on the older iPhone. I don't think that's a performance issue. Hopefully Apple will bring this to the iPhone 5. Not a biggie, but a lot of people would probably enjoy having that on the iPhone 5 as well. Now, if we take a look at the photos application, there's a few features missing from the older device. As you can see down here, we have three buttons. One's called memories. You can create little slideshows and cool memories directly from your photos. And you also go into the albums option here on the newer device, and you have the people option, which is facial recognition on the newer device, which we don't have facial recognition for people on the older device. So two features so far that I've discovered that are not available on the older device: people and memories. So face recognition and memories are not available on the iPhone 5. And for those of you who were wondering, did Apple bring the ability to remove native apps from the iPhone 5? And yes, it is supported on all devices that support iOS 10. You can remove some of the native apps. And as a matter of fact, I learned earlier today that you're not really deleting the applications. You're more or less hiding those applications, and then you can bring them back by going into the App Store and downloading them from the Apple app list inside of the App Store. But essentially, you can remove them from your screen and keep them from taking up space or having an entire folder devoted to them right here like I do. So now you can delete those and not have them on your home screen on all devices supported by iOS 10. And of course, I want to talk about performance. Now, I ran a quick Geekbench test on the iPhone 5 running iOS 10 Beta 1, just so we can track the performance in the future once Apple releases future versions of iOS 10 to see if the performance does increase. And as you can see, there's a single core score of 700 and the multi-core of 1259. We'll do another test once Apple releases another beta software for iOS 10 to see what the performance is like. Now, how does it feel in real life? How is everything flowing? How is everything running? Can you close applications fast? Is same as a new device? Can you launch Control Center and Notification Center the same way you can on a newer device? Well, yes, everything seems to be working just fine. At first, when I installed it, it was very, very glitchy, and this might sound kind of weird, but it seems like the operating system learns the way I use it and how fast I use it, and it kind of adjusts to my taste, to my way of browsing through the OS. So right now, the operating system kind of got used to the way I browse and the speed I browse, and it kind of adjusted to the way I like to use it. So after using it for about a day or two, now it seems like iOS 10 seems to be performing a little more stable than the first day I had it installed on the device. And this was just a quick video, guys, letting you guys know what the performance is on the iPhone 5 in terms of iOS 10. Stay tuned. Of course, I'll be updating you guys as soon as more betas become available in the future. I hope you guys enjoy the video. And like always, don't forget to click that like button if you enjoy the content.